The European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad to see. It's so pathetic. 39%, we're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. Vietnam, great negotiators, great people. They like me, I like them. The problem is they charge us 90%. We're going to charge them 46% tariff. Japan, 46%. They would charge us 46% and much higher for certain items like cars, little items like cars. 46%, we're charging them 24%. South Africa, 60%, 30%, and they've got some.
Trump's World War. President Trump announcing a massive worldwide series of tariffs. What you're going to see now to the right of me are the countries listed on Trump's giant poster. Just look at it scroll. We had to speed it up because this is 185 countries. Trump took pleasure in it, detailing what he was about to do to these 185 countries. Some of the hardest hit places include the world's poorest nations. Others are in the midst of actual wars, physical wars. And look at the view if you just put up the map. Look at this map. It seems like nothing was too small to be included. That includes the Heard and McDonald Islands. It's a speck out there. See, it's a real speck because the population there is 0. According to the UN, just look, the merchandise exports, imports, and trade balance of that speck are 0. So when you look at that speck, which you wouldn't even know existed, I did not know that existed until today, and I love geography. It is hard to notice when you see the speck, the things that aren't included, right? The largest country in the world, Russia. The fact that they didn't add Russia and Belarus, who knows? Maybe they're making a statement to someone.
If you take on one of us, you take on all of us. President Trump's announcement of universal tariffs on the whole world, including the European Union, is a major blow to the world economy. I agree with President Trump that others are taking unfair advantage of the current rules. And I'm ready to support any efforts to make the global trading system fit for the realities of the global economy. But I also want to be clear. Reaching for tariffs as your first and last tool will not fix it.
President Trump has just announced a series of measures that are going to fundamentally change the international trading system. Now, in doing so, he has preserved a number of important elements of our relationship, the commercial relationship between Canada and the United States. But the fentanyl tariffs still remain in place, as do the tariffs for steel and aluminum. As of this evening, the tariffs on automobiles will enter into force, and the U.S. has signaled that there will be additional tariffs in so-called strategic sectors, pharmaceuticals, lumber, and semiconductors. So we're in a situation where there is going to be an impact on the U.S. economy, which will build with time. In our judgment, it will be negative on the U.S. economy. That will have an impact on us. But the series of measures will directly affect millions of Canadians. We are going to fight these tariffs with countermeasures. We are going to protect our workers, and we are going to build the strongest economy in the G7. In a crisis, it's important to come together, and it's essential to act with purpose and with force, and that's what we will do.
Now, in Trump's defense, he did explain today why we're going after Canada.
I mean, I look at some of the deals made, I say, who the hell made these deals are so bad?
So bad. The trade deals with Canada, they're so bad. He's just looking and saying, who made these? Ladies and gentlemen, don't get ahead of me. Ladies and gentlemen, for your dining and dancing pleasure, come with me into the Wayback Machine to 2018. I give you the culprit of the terrible deal with Canada.
This morning, President Trump signed a new trade deal to replace NAFTA with the leaders of Mexico and Canada.
The best trade deal they say ever made.
No! A deal done by Trump's greatest nemesis, Trump. Canada? Canada? We're picking a fight with our most reliable and pleasant friend, the Labradoodle of allies?